Today I'm gonna do a landscape painting. First I'm going to use some light color to do some arrangement to define the layout. Just gonna take this color on the palette. Light doesn't really need lots of water because I want it to dry really quickly. I'm gonna decide to leave a lot of room for the field. And so I'm gonna have the horizon line up here. And the mountains is about here. And I have some tree come up here. And I have some house. I probably want to simplify the houses. I don't really need that many. I have some tree behind this White House. Like that. And have another house over here. And there is some mid-tone shade over here, and I'm gonna make this tree a little bit higher, like that. Now I'm gonna come to this side in the middle ground, and it come this way. I'm gonna leave a small white shape over here, suggesting there is another house here in the middle ground. See. So if some light shape that you plan it at this stage, it help for you to plan on what shape that you want to leave it and what you're going to cover. Okay. Now I'm going to see the perspective. There is the vanishing point is about in here. Say the vanishing point here. So most of the line, the parallel line would going into that space. Okay, and whatever light color I put on now, it will be disappear, and because after the big washes, it will be gone. And I'm going to leave small pieces of areas for the water. It actually would reflected the sky color. Okay, I think I'm good with this. I'm already good with this drawing. So I'm going to start the painting now. What I want to do, I'm going to start from the farthest, which is the sky, the blue sky. I'm going to do the gradient wash from darker blue color to the lighter blue colors. Let's try it. This is good blue colors. I think this is the Windsor blue. Okay. Make sure you have enough water in the brush, so when you wash it down, it will be easier. So I'm gonna just take the water and coming down here, so the color will look lighter and lighter. Like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come down to the field now. I'm going to leave those, this is still all wet, so I don't want to touch those yet. Including the mountain, I'm going to do that when the sky is already dry. So I'm going to take the yellow color. And many of you ask me, what color do you use? Can you tell me the colors? I decided to clean my brush. I think I have too much of the blue color still in my brush. So what I like to do, I'm gonna clean this color. I decided to it's good to have a 2 water container, so that you can take, when you try to mix the opposite colors, you don't want to come in here to take the old colors with you. So I'm going to take this color and press some yellow. I also have 2 yellow colors here, so that just in case I have one to be pure or the other color here. So I'm going to take this color. I'm going to start over here. And we'll talk about the intensity of colors. The color over here is a little bit intense, but when I'm doing the background or the middle ground, I don't want it to be so bright. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back to lift up the colors or mix with other colors in. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get a little bit water. I'll try to make it a little lighter and maybe add a little burn or umber. Here you go. I'm gonna leave those small areas to be going to be the blue colors. I'm gonna coming into this side. I'm gonna add a little bit green colors, so you have some variety from one color to the other colors. But it's just okay. Whatever color you have now, we're gonna adjust the colors when I have most of the colors on the paper. So I'm gonna quickly cover. I'm gonna add a little dirty green colors, so that means I have a little red with the blue and the yellow. get a little yellow color in here. Okay. This is good, so I mix into the color here. Maybe add a little blue over here. Just put some colors on the paper, and I'm going to adjusting a little bit later. Okay, this is good. Now the sky already dried, so what I would like to do now, I'm going to come in here to taking care of some of the color here, and at this stage I still filling in the colors on different places. I'm going to see how those colors would actually work together, and then I decided to come back to do some adjustment. Now I'm going to work into the background area. This is mountain. I'm going to take this blue color to see. This is a prism blue, and this is very much the right colors that I want. Okay. Like that. That's good for the first round. And I'm going to come in here to have some bone sienna. Get some red. I'm going to mix a little darker color here. Okay, this is a good color. Starting over here. And we know that down here the colors are still not dried yet. So this is good. I'm going to have a little soft, let it ready to blend in. Like that. And I quickly have a little green color. Now, good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this color a little bit more neutral. Make this color a little bit neutral. I'm going to change to a bigger brush. A little bit lighter too. And also, I'm going to tell you the paper I'm using today, and if you stick around until later, close to the end of this video, I will show the tool that I'm using in this video. make a little lighter over here too, like that. It's fine. I'm going to take out accumulating wet at the bottom. My paper is about like 5 degrees tilted this way. Now this is good. I'm gonna make this a little softer. Now I'm gonna start making a little tree coming up, the dry tree. I'm gonna use a pretty dry brush. Let's see. I think a little bit too much paint. I'm gonna add a little bit more. It's a little bit too wet. A couple more. That's just good. I will come back to add a little darker line a little bit later, but not now. So what I'm going to do now, this is still a little wet over there, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to come back to the main area at the front, and let's see. Let me start over here with some quick brush. That's good. A little bit darker. Like that. For now, I'm going to come in here to add a little details. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to use a small brush. I want to use a bigger brush so I can do a little bit more random. So first, I want to add a little texture here first. I think the color need to change it. I'm going to have a little more richer color. Add a little bit darker color. So when you use a big brush like this on a small painting of this paper, and you can actually control the way that the brush moving, and you can control how the brush move. You can control the brush stroke. I'm going to soften to make the line a little bit more interesting. Add a little yellow color on this side. Like that. Squint your eye when you paint so you can see how the pieces on the paintings cohesively work together. Decided to make these areas even a little bit darker over here. Get a little bit more blue colors over here. Yeah, a little bit darker. They're probably a little bit too much here, so I'm gonna take out a little bit colors. This is good. So now over here it looks okay, but it's still a little too clean. So what I want to do, I'm gonna use my toothbrush, blend this blue color with the burnt sienna. I'm gonna start put some texture, put some noises, especially at the front. Okay. That's good. But in the sky, I'm going to take those dots away. Now, what I want to do, I want to control a little bit over here. And now I just had a big puddle of water come down over here. This is good. It looks like it's a little bit out of control, but you're actually controlling what you want to keep or what you want to let go. Okay, let me see. It actually looks good. Now I want to add a little bit smaller smaller line somewhere over here, because this is the foreground. I want to have something going on here. Okay, I want to have a bit dark color, but I don't want to have too many dark values areas on the painting. So only a few areas. So the paper is pretty wet in the front, at the front, but it's just okay. Yeah, actually, the color that I have in the brush now is pretty solid. So that is almost like the drop-in technique we talk about, and it's almost like we drop in some solid colors in. Good. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mix a little bit more dark solid color. I think there's a lot of thing going on now. It's just good. Now we'll come back to the middle ground. That's just good. And I'm gonna come in here to the middle ground area to throw a little bit dark color somewhere over here. Just good, it's already dry. To tell a little bit more what's going on, a little bit stories in here. Just use the side brush. This is good. Now I'm going to also use a small brush to make some really dark line. So the same technique, the burn sienna with this prism blue. Okay. So what I'm going to do over here, and the top here, I want to give a little warm color at the top of the tree. So I'm just gonna take a little red. Here you go. Just get the color a little bit thinner, like that. That's a good. And this is getting dry, which is great. I'm going to use a little scratch to get a couple lines here. And meanwhile, I'm going to insert a little bit of burnt sienna in here and have little nice light colors going through. Okay, that's fine. Leave it like that. And now I'm going back to the background. So let's see. I'm going to use a small brush now to create some interesting shapes there suggesting the houses. So I'm going to take this color. Try to have the colors a little broken, so otherwise it looks a bit too clean and natural. Maybe change that to a little bit, some a little bit warmer color, some a little bit cooler color, like that. Okay. Okay, keep going to this side. This is some tree behind this. A little bit warmer, burnt sienna and red. Can suggesting this is the roof of the house. I'm going to decide to take some light shape away. It's a little bit too designy and expected. I'm going to have some going away. That's good. Now coming over here, I'm going to randomly have some other colors going on. There's another house over here. Now I'm going to put a dark value in the middle of there, behind there. So make it looks like a tree of something. I'm going to get the yellow color. So it looks a little bit like, but it's not a bright, not a very bright green colors. I want to use a bigger brush. First, I'm going to clean this. I like this little light shape going on in the background. So, and also, I'm going to take this dark colors. Now we'll come back here. Okay. Working out a shape to make it a better suggestions for a tree. Okay, and now I'm gonna move away. I'm gonna get this is almost dry. This is good time. I'm gonna use this palette knife. That's good. A little bit more. Suggested. That's the tree. I'm gonna thinking about, I may not want that many trees in the middle ground, so I probably just want one. So I'm gonna use this number 12 brush. Maybe a little higher, like that. Like that's good. Okay, it's good. I'm going to add a little bit more indication of the shadow, and I'm gonna get a little red, and this is a good color. Okay, I'm gonna have the brush too going really fast. It's good. This is very dark color underneath. Okay. Give a little dry dark color. And for the roof of this house, I'm gonna have a little bit warmer colors here. This is good. Have a little red, a little warmer color. And just put it here. Suggest it. That's the roof. A little house. That's good. I'm gonna leave the middle ground like that. Keep a little abstract, and but I do want to have the dry tree over here a little bit translucent. So I'm gonna just softly just lift up the color, make the color a little bit thinner. Give it some variety, a different effect. So what I would like to do, I'm gonna do a few more splashes for the front over here, but I do want a little bit more, few more details because the paper already dried now. So I'm gonna, this is a good time to do it again. And I also want some brighter colors. I'm gonna take some yellow color with the blue colors together. Maybe not so bright. I'm gonna get a little bit red. Okay. Now we see. Let's see. Do we need anything we need to control it? Adjusting the color is almost a continuous, non-stop through this entire painting process. I'm going to get a little bit green colors here. That means a little bit yellow color with the blue colors. I'm going to have it somewhere over here, somewhere over there. If it's just too much, we can get it out. Okay, looks pretty good. Now what I want to do, now I'm going to add some blue colors. In this space. There's the sky color reflected. That's good. Even throw a little bit over here. Maybe another one over here. Maybe a little bit over here too. Yeah, that's good. Now this painting is finished. At the front over here, and add a little bit bright colors here too. Kind of very dry, just drag it on top of the color. If sometimes too much, you can just take it out. I'm gonna add a little red color too. want to show you the paper that I'm using today for this painting. It is a watercolor paper, Strathmore. It's a cold press paper, series 400. Now the painting is finished.